Bro, I need you to stop scrolling right now because footage has just surfaced from the night Justin Bieber and Usher got into it at Beyonce's Oscar party, and the internet is absolutely losing its mind over it. Like, people are not ready for what this footage is showing, and the timing of this dropping is not a coincidence. Someone wanted this out there. Someone wanted the world to see exactly what went down that night. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand why this changes everything we thought we knew about the situation. Alright, so if you missed the original story, let me catch you up real quick because you need the full context to understand why this footage dropping is such a big deal. Oscar weekend. Hollywood is buzzing. The most exclusive event of the entire night is Beyonce and Jay-Z's annual Gold Party at Chateau Marmont in West Hollywood. And when I say exclusive, I mean exclusive. This is not some random industry party. This is Beyonce and Jay-Z's personal event. The guest list reads like a who's who of the entire entertainment industry. Michael B. Jordan, Timothée Chalamet, Taylor Swift, Kylie Jenner, Megan Fox, Austin Butler. Everyone who is anyone was in that room. Justin Bieber rolls in with Hailey, looking calm, looking unbothered, just there to have a good night with his wife. And then, from across the room, Usher spots him. And instead of keeping it cool, instead of being a professional and letting whatever beef they have simmer in private, Usher makes a decision that is now coming back to haunt him in the worst possible way. He walks straight up to Bieber with heat, with anger, and what happens next has been the most talked about moment in celebrity news all week. So here is what we are working with. Footage from outside Chateau Marmont that night has been circulating, and it is giving us a clearer picture of just how intense this situation actually was. Because remember when Bieber's team first put out that statement saying there was no physical altercation? Watch how quickly that narrative gets complicated when you actually see how this night ended.
As if today wasn't already basura, we are finding out that Usher and Justin Bieber got into it at the Gold Party this weekend. Yes, the Gold Party that Beyonce and Jay-Z host every year after the Oscars. Now, TMZ found out about this from people who attended the party and overhearing them. I'm not surprised they had people camped out in front of the party. What's being alleged is that Usher went up to Justin in a very angry kind of manner. They exchanged words and it led to them throwing hands. As far as people know, no cops were called. Now, we know that they did unfollow each other a couple of months ago in the midst of Justin kind of recalibrating his life and the people that he surrounds himself with. I know people are speculating it's revolving a certain person who's currently serving a sentence in jail right now. I'm not even going to touch on that. All I know is that Beyonce and Jay-Z are going to get real effing strict when it comes to who they invite. Because what do you mean people found out about this because you were yapping outside of the building? I know he has Coachella next month. I don't know if he's planning to have a whole revelations moment, but we know he's been for a lot in this industry, so God only knows what this will lead to.
The footage shows Justin and Hailey leaving the venue, and I need you to pay attention to the energy here because this is not a couple casually wrapping up their night. This is two people who wanted to get out of there fast. Bieber's body language says everything. He is not stopping to chat, he is not waving at cameras, he grabs Hailey and they are gone, done, out. And that kind of exit does not happen after a normal night out. That happens when something serious went down inside and you just want to remove yourself from the situation completely.
Justin Bieber and Usher reportedly threw hands at Beyonce and Jay-Z's Oscars after party. One of the biggest after parties for celebrities, literally. Usher is there, Justin Bieber is there, Hailey Bieber is there, Kendall Jenner. Anyone you can think of that's A-list is there. According to TMZ, they threw hands. And multiple people at the party reported Bieber and Usher having a very heated exchange. And some are even claiming that it turned into a physical fight. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Not everyone is agreeing on what happened that was at the party. Sources connected to Justin Bieber say that Usher approached Justin Bieber first, but there's still no clear reason why things escalated the way that they did. And if you guys know their history, Justin Bieber and Usher, well, this is gonna hit very different. If you can recall, Usher is the one who discovered Justin Bieber on YouTube years and years and years ago. Usher was supposed to be Justin Bieber's mentor, right? Well, another thing over the years, we have all heard the allegations with Justin Bieber and Usher, and how Usher is a part of that kind of weird circle with Diddy, allegedly. So yeah, they got into some blows. I will keep following this story for you guys. Follow along for more.
And now people online are dissecting every single second of this footage, trying to piece together the full picture of what happened inside that party before they stepped out. The comments are going crazy, the theories are flying, and honestly, some of what people are pointing out is hard to argue with. But to really understand why this footage is hitting so different, you have to go back to the beginning. Because this relationship between Bieber and Usher is not just some regular celebrity friendship. This goes back over 20 years. Usher was there when Bieber was literally just a kid from Stratford, Ontario, posting covers on YouTube. He co-signed him alongside Scooter Braun and helped launch one of the biggest pop careers in music history. And for years, it looked like the perfect mentor and protege story. Usher on the cover of Billboard with young Bieber, traveling together, building together. Usher calling himself a big brother figure. And Bieber, for his part, was always respectful about what Usher did for his career publicly. Always gave him his flowers. But something changed. And the first sign that something was wrong was when Bieber went on that unfollow spree. Scooter Braun, gone. Old management team, gone. And then one morning, Usher wakes up and realizes Bieber has unfollowed him too. And Usher is still following Bieber back. Still. Which tells you he genuinely did not see this coming. He genuinely thought they were good. But here's what the public did not know at the time. Reports have since come out suggesting Usher was financially taking advantage of Bieber throughout their relationship. Extra percentages being skimmed off deals, money being taken that was not his to take. And when Bieber eventually pieced it together, the trust was gone. Completely and permanently gone. And then you add the layer that nobody wants to talk about directly, but everybody is thinking about, the Diddy connection. Because Usher was deep in that world. And it was Usher who facilitated young Bieber being around Diddy. That 48 hours with Diddy footage of 15-year-old Justin has never sat right with people. A grown man taking a 15-year-old kid and handing him over to Diddy for 48 hours is not something you just brush under the carpet.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
And then Usher has the audacity to sit down with Howard Stern and say he would never leave his own children with Diddy. His own words, out of his own mouth. But he left Bieber there at 15. And you think Bieber has not replayed that in his head 1,000 times? You think Bieber does not know exactly what that means about the people who were supposed to be protecting him during those years?
You went to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So when people online are asking why Bieber is so angry, why he cut everyone off, why he walked out of that party so fast after Usher came at him, this is why. This is the full picture. And the footage dropping now is only adding more fuel to a fire that has been burning for a very long time. And the internet is not holding back. Social media has completely erupted over this footage. People are taking sides hard. Team Bieber is out in full force, and honestly, the sentiment is overwhelming in his favor. The general consensus is that Bieber has every single right to cut off every person from that era of his life, that he was a child who was let down by the adults around him, and that Usher running up on him at a Beyonce party instead of having a private conversation like a grown man is embarrassing. But then you have the other side. The people saying Usher put in years of work for Bieber and deserved more than a silent unfollow. That there was a way to handle this that did not involve ghosting someone who gave you so much. And look, I hear that argument. I understand it. But the minute reports started coming out about financial exploitation and the Diddy situation getting connected to all of this, that argument gets a lot harder to make. And then there is the third camp. The people who think this footage is just the beginning. That there is more coming. that someone in Bieber's circle or someone connected to this whole situation is going to speak publicly very soon. And when they do, this whole story is going to blow up to a level nobody is prepared for. Here is where we are at right now. Footage is out, the internet is going crazy, Usher is still silent, and Bieber's team has maintained their position that nothing physical happened. But the energy in that footage, the speed of that exit, the body language, it all tells a story that goes beyond what any official statement is going to say. What we know for certain is that Usher approached Bieber with anger at one of the most high-profile events of the year, and it blew up in his face publicly. And Bieber walking straight out of there without engaging further, without making a bigger scene, without going online to clap back, that is the move of someone who knows exactly what they know and does not feel the need to prove anything to anybody. The story is not done, not even close. More footage could drop, more sources could come forward, and something tells me at least one of these two men is going to address this properly very soon. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this footage changes the story? Is Bieber in the right here? Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you are not already, and I will catch you in the next one.